Hi there, it's Mitch, and today I wanted to show you one way that you can last a long time in a single space with a water distiller. That's what that is right there, a water distiller. You can use, right now I'm using reverse osmosis water, or you could use tap water. The reverse osmosis water is um, it's a little bit more filtered for filtration system, but the most filtered I've found is to distill the water. I've seen all the contaminants that are in the metal tank, even from filtered water. It's kind of gross, but so I've already distilled some water, and what I'm doing is it's something anyone can do. I use this glass container to store distilled water. You could store it in I would recommend any sort of glass or ceramic or stoneware. Um, and for a cup, I'm using this one. It's a stoneware. You could also use glass or ceramic. I would advise against using plastic containers. Just my personal opinion. Um, because the science behind the demonstration of science behind how when really hot liquids get into plastic, certain chemicals, plastics leach into the plastic. So that's why I recommend using a stoneware or glass or ceramic for storing or using any sort of liquids. Um, Plastic does have some uses though. For it's a little Plastic is a little less likely to break. So when you're handling glass or stoneware, or like glass kettle, I'm using this glass kettle. It's easy to pour things out of because it has this thing on the end here. So what I'm gonna do now is first, actually, I'm gonna go grab some coconut oil. So just hold on just a second, okay? Okay, so here I have some coconut oil. Um, I like to get the ones in bulk so that they last a long time. I use this like on my face, like I'll put some even on my face right now. That's one of my morning routines and rituals. Just a little bit of coconut oil. Just put my finger in there. That's fine. It's fine to get it on my skin. See, I just rub it on my skin like that on my hands here. Then I'm going to slather it all over my face. Okay, I'm gonna let it get all in there. Okay, and then I even put a little bit in my hair too. I like to use this in my hair and face. Okay, all right. Whew. All right. Lovely smell there. Lovely smell. Okay. So now that I've slathered it on my face and hands, which is sort of it has antiviral qualities to it. I'm going to be using it next in a tea, okay? The water I'm going to be using is the distilled water here. It's the most purified I found. I mean, because I'm a little OCD about the sediment being in things and water and drinks. So what I do, my solution to that is to use distilled water. Um, and you can do that at home. That's what I'm doing here. Um, so for the tea, that's what I said I'm going to do next. Okay, I have a tea bag here. You know, teas are great for when using it with distilled water. It's great for some of the minerals that are in the tea, because distilled water is so chemically pure that the minerals in the tea bag will leach out into the distilled water, and then when you drink that, it's going to go right into your body. So so I think it's a great idea to stock up on tea and coconut oil and invest in a water distiller, because you can use coconut oil for like a long time. If you get the large jars, um, you can use it many times for your. I have an issue like with my eczema, my skin. That's something I've had an issue with for a long time, and I found that the coconut oil helps with my eczema. I've tried all sorts of things. I've tried all these ketoconazole, these chemical pharmaceutical stuff that I've gotten from doctors, and what I realized is that stuff really burns and irritates my skin, and I'm really glad I found out about coconut oil. Definitely. So yeah, that one really helped me out a lot, because for a while there I was doing like a really low fat type of diet, and coconut oil sort of helped to fill in the gap there for my skin and even for my body, my digestive tract. So I'm blessed to have found out about coconut oil. So ideally I want to heat up this water here. Ideally I would do it in a way where I know that this is not going to break, but in and I would not microwave it. I would not ideally microwave anything. But in this case, for the sake of time, I'm going to microwave this water just so I can heat it up enough to steep the tea in the cup. So this cup is it's safe to microwave it. So I'm going to pour in a little bit of the water here, just a little bit, so that because I only need enough for the tea bag to steep, so it'll be cost a little less energy with a little less water to microwave it. So okay, now I'm going to show you a microwave here. Okay, there's a microwave. Like, ideally I would not use this, but I'm just doing this for the sake of time. So, okay, so now I'm going to put the cup here in the microwave. I'm going to set it for 30 seconds. Let's see, cook time 30, start. Okay. So, while that's heating up, I'm gonna be opening up the tea bag, and also I'm gonna grab my bamboo spoon. So I've opened up the tea bag. Here's the tea bag. Okay, got it right here. Now, see if I can see some steam. Okay. Oh yeah, I see steam. So knowing that there's steam there, that's going on my face. It's gonna fog up my glasses a little bit. So now, like I said, that's actually really cool. Like, it feels nice and warm on the bottom there, and kind of nice. Like, you can sort of see the steam coming off. So I know it has reached boiling point because of the steam evaporating. So now I'll put the tea bag in the cup, and I'm gonna move this over here. You can see what I'm doing here. Would like for you to see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's the tea bag. Let's pull this up. Okay, got it right there. I'll drop it in the cup. And then now to prevent my hands from getting scalded and to get all that I can out of the tea bag, extract all the fine stuff, I'm gonna grab a bamboo spoon. Okay, so like I said, I was gonna grab my bamboo utensils. I switched from over time. I switched from plastic to metal, or from plastic to I've used plastic ones, metal ones. Now I've come to the conclusion that I'm just gonna use bamboo utensils. So here I got a bamboo fork, bamboo spoon, and this like bamboo type knife utensil thing. If I'm gonna chop up something like vegetables or something, then I'll use a metal knife. But as far as this goes, as far as a tea, I'm gonna be using this spoon right here, and I'm just using this tool here to. Oh well, that smell. First off, let me just tell you that the smell is great. Wish you could smell that. Sometimes the aroma of teas is a lovely smell. So okay, so now to steep the tea, I'm gonna. Wish you could kind of see all of it. What I'm doing. If it was in a glass jar, then you could see everything. Okay, I'm gonna steep it by pressing on it. So that's extracting what's in the tea into the water. And since it's distilled water, it's gonna pull all, not all, but lots of the minerals out into the water. Okay, alright, so now, okay, that's good. Oops, dropped a little bit, that's fine. Alright, so now it's pretty much done steeping. Okay, so now that the tea is steeped, I'm actually going to get all of it out in there. See, pull out the tea bag. Got coconut oil on my hands. I know that's fine. It's fine if there's a little coconut oil in the tea. Okay, squeeze it out. Squeeze the tea bag out. We're going to try to get all that stuff out in there. That's good enough. Okay, then I'll just set this aside. And then I'm going to pour some more water in that cup so that there's enough for me to drink. Actually, I started off the day by drinking plenty of water, and then now I'm switching to some teas. Okay, so I'm pouring some more water in there. That should be good enough. Okay, now feel the temperature. It's a little warm. The temperature is a little warm, and I kind of want it to be a little warm because the coconut oil, as you can see, right now it's solid. See, at the temperature of the room. The tea is a little bit warmer. So I want it to be a little bit warm so that way the coconut oil will solubilize into it a little easier. So I'm going to use this spoon here, this bamboo spoon, pull out some coconut oil. This should be about enough. Okay, now, hold on. I want you to be able to see this. Okay. So now, all this coconut oil, I'm going to solubilize into the tea. The water's a little warm, so I'm just going to stir it. There we go. There we go. Now it's solubilizing in there. I want it to solubilize in there because I do enjoy having coconut oil not only on my skin and hair, also in my teas and even coffees too. That's another thing I'll be getting to next in a future video. I'll be showing you the coffee demonstration thing that I'll be doing later on. I will be doing that. Okay, so for now though, see, there's still some chunks in there, some coconut oil chunks. I'm trying to solubilize it in there so it's as liquid as possible. So I'm just gonna keep stirring that. The more I liquefy it, the better. Since the human digestive tract is really a series of tubes, it's good to get things in the body that are in liquid form. The coconut oil, based on the research I've done, coconut oil is really easily absorbed. I've also heard it's not about what's in the food you're eating, but also how much of it is absorbed from the human digestive tract. And all those fruits and vegetables, those do have plenty of nutrition, especially the organic ones. Those are a little bit more. Those are, in my opinion, those are more nourishing than and taste better than the conventionally grown produce. Even more nourishing may be the wild crafted or wild harvested plants um, from environments that are not that contaminated. Where I'm at now, though, I'm doing the best I can. So these I'm not gonna. Like in an ideal world, I might be like climbing up a coconut tree, grabbing a coconut, bringing it down, cracking it open, boom, 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 cutting it open, drinking it straight from the tree, boom, straight from the tree, coconut water. That'd be sort of like an ideal type of thing. That would be quite the endeavor, and I applaud anyone who's done that. I have not done that. I've climbed a few trees. I've climbed a plum tree before, but I've never climbed a coconut tree. And I've also heard that coconuts also fall from the tree too. So if I was gonna try to do that, then um, it would be easier if the coconut had already fallen from the tree. So that's like one thing. It's just a suggestion that you can with a water distiller, a supply of city water, and even reverse osmosis. I'm using reverse osmosis water here. I put that in the water distiller and I turn it on, and it takes a while. It heats it up. It evaporates, condenses, precipitates, comes down, and then I let it come down into this borosilicate lead-free kettle, and then I use it to pour into the drinks I make, or even in the food recipes I make, or the smoothies. I use it for many things, and it's been really valuable. I'm really glad I decided to make that investment. And so now I've got the tea here that you saw that I made with the coconut. The coconut oil is already dissolved in there. So now I will drink it. And I do thank you for being patient, because I know with the attention span of people nowadays, I know it can be tough to follow along with some of these long videos. But I try not to rush too much. That sort of has been my downfall in the past, has been rushing too much, trying to do too many things too fast, and I burn myself out. So thanks for being patient with me. So now I'll drink it. I'm definitely gonna. I definitely am going to planning on stocking up on more teas and more coffee. I still got plenty of coconut oil left. I use it quite a bit. If I stock up on more, that would be probably a good idea. Alright, I'll drink this one and see how it tastes. You can see my live reaction. I've heard, oh, you make all these recipes, why not see your live reaction? Okay, so here you can see my live reaction to the tea, okay? Mm, wow, not bad, not bad. I do like that coconut oil in there. It gives me a fat source. Uh, See, now it even gets on my lips and stuff, and that's fine. Coconut oil. I was doing some yoga earlier, and that was kind of nice to, stretch my body, and in addition to, trying to, part of a healthy lifestyle is also stretching the body. So I do try to make sure to get some yoga in every day, different forms of stretches, keep my lymphatic system going. All right. Well, I guess next thing I'm going to do is continue to do some of my schoolwork. Currently, I'm enrolled in Carrington College in a medical billing and coding online course. I've already completed, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I've completed 4 6 weeks courses with pretty good grades, all A's and B's. The first course I got, each course it has 2 classes to it, and I've been doing pretty good. A lot of it is online discussions. There's also weekly assignments, um, and there's also a test and a quiz due by each Sunday each week, and each course is like 6 weeks. And sometimes, I stick with it, and I'm just gonna keep doing that until I graduate. And then I'll see where I'm at there and see what I'll do next. But I still do enjoy making these videos, and um, I wanna keep up the things I'm doing with YouTube, and um, keep sharing information. And I'm gonna be placing a few orders tonight at 10 o'clock online, and a lot of what I do now is like online. Um, there's there's also, so when I actually see people in real life, that's kind of it's a nice thing. It's a nice thing because a lot of stuff I do is like online, ordering things online, all electronic, um, and that's fine. Um, but it's also important, I think, to get real person-to-person time too, instead of just online, just on the screen. Um, So for all of you who are staring at the screen right now, thanks for watching, but also remember to do things in real life too. This is all in real life, but it's simply I'm using the screen here, the camera on my laptop, just simply to film it. So there's a real benefit from from technology, if we're using it appropriately. And that's really the motive for me to make this video was to show you that you can make these teas. You can use the water. You can use a water distiller. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. That's up to you. personally, for me, I enjoy using the distilled water because of what I see, how well it extracts teas. Tea when I use tea bags, and then I use then I heat the water up after it when it initially comes out of the distiller. It comes out a little bit warm, but now when I let it sit at room temperature inside a room, it cools down. I drink it straight in the morning. Like when my mouth is dry, I just drink straight water. And then I move on to teas, and teas will give me some of those minerals, and the oil from the coconut oil will be good for my skin and my hair. And when I drink it, it's going to be good for my body too, as a source of energy. There's zero sugar in this, and as time goes on, I realize sugar is a tough addiction to break. That's a tough one. But the longer I go without sugar, the less I really crave it. Totally honest. So I've used coconut oil as a replacement for that, as a fat source instead of a sugar source. Alright, hold on a sec, okay? Hello? 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 That was the phone. I picked up, but no one really said anything. Yeah, I'm gonna continue. I definitely want to continue making these videos for you, and I hope that you're learning something from these. It helps me too to put this information out there. It does help me to help share some of this info, and I hope that someone out there learns something from it. So to review it, at the end of this video, I first use a water distiller that you can. Oh, I'm gonna put my glasses. It's kind of hard for me to see without my glasses on. I can to a certain extent, but it's a little challenging. Okay, so first I'm using reverse osmosis water, which is a whole house filtration system. I could also use unfiltered tap water. I use reverse osmosis water. I let it flow into here. See how it flows? I let it flow into here, fill it up. I take the top off of that, I pour it in there, then I press a button on the side. Then I put this under there, and then I wait. And then when it's full, I try to always keep it full as much as I can. Keep it full, then I can use that water like in the morning when I wake up. When I wake up, my mouth is a little bit dry sometimes. From all the talking and different things I'm doing or whatever I'm doing, my mouth gets a little dry. So I start off with just straight water. And before I go to bed, I make sure that I turn the distiller on. And I've had a few incidences where the water overflowed, and so I learned to only fill it up to an amount where it won't overflow. So I'll like fill it up to about here or so. So then I put the RO water in there. Take the top off the distiller, pour the water in the distiller, press the button on the side, then I put this, I'm using a borosilicate lead-free kettle here, and I like this because it has the spout part, which makes it easy to pour. The easiness to pour it, see, it's like simple to pour. Then when I wake up, I have that water already there, and it initially comes out kind of warm from the distiller. So that's why I do it at night before I go to bed, so that when I wake up, whatever time it is, then I got that, boom, it's already ready, and it will have already cooled off to room temperature. So then when I wake up, boom, drink it, and then I'll fill up the or else I'll fill it up again, put it in the distiller, press the button. Then I'll do some things maybe online, maybe do some stretching. Um, then maybe put some coconut oil on my face or something. I'm always trying to do something. I gotta sort of balance out the things I'm doing. Um, and then when that's done, so I do that while the distiller is distilling water into the kettle. And when that's done, I use a tea. I use tea, what I just demonstrated in this video, with coconut oil, and then that's basically how I start my day. I've started my day in many different ways, believe me. That's what I'm doing as of now, as of today, as of February 28th. um, so I just try to keep going, keep doing stuff. I think I'm on a pretty good path. I'm open to suggestions, and I want to applaud you and thank you for watching this video. I do hope that you learned something from it. Tonight I'll be placing some orders online, and just trying to decide what I'm gonna invest in. And that's sometimes a bit of a challenge, to be honest. But I'm thinking about a magnesium spray, a magnesium and living silica spray that I can spray on my skin. It'll be a spray that on my skin, rub it on my skin and on the skin of my body, and I will be able to, when I do that, I'll be able to absorb magnesium and silica through my own skin, absorbing minerals through my skin. I was also thinking about ordering an iodine tincture where I could transdermally absorb iodine, because with what's going on in the world today, the iodines are under constant, or the human thyroid is under lots of stress, and that can sort of lead to adrenal fatigue. So that's sort of why I decided to invest in the iodine, and also because